Originally, we were in textile business.
Textile,
Yeah, almost 30% of my cost was coming from electricity.
energy, price. Okay.
And we thought wind energy could be a good alternative. We found that India has excellent wind resource. We thought, why not look at leveraging what God has given us in terms of the wind. Our first turbine was 270 kilowatts.
Do you have some wishes for the future of wind energy?
I think the global south can really become an engine for growth of renewables. So with this, basically you can grow the local economy, you can revitalize the economy.
So, hello everybody. We are with Mr. Girish Tanti from India, and he's the co-founder of Suzlon, which is a very famous wind turbine manufacturer in India. And in our interview, I wanted to ask him about the beginning days, how it came to his mind to found this company and wind turbine manufacturer, because it's a very difficult job. So could you please tell us more about the beginning days?
Yeah, so thank you. Pleasure to speak to your audience today. Originally, as a group, we were in textile business.
Textile.
Yeah, so we were nothing to do with renewable energy at that time.
Okay.
The whole idea of switching to renewables came when we had the tough issue that in the total manufacturing cost of textiles, almost 30% of my cost was coming from electricity.
Energy. Price. Okay.
And we were looking to see how we can get the price under control, short term and long term, and how do we kind of create a stable predictability of energy price, not keep rising every year, and to get control. And that's how we were when we were looking at various sources of energy, and we thought wind energy could be a good alternative. And that's how originally we started as an investment into one wind turbine.
Cheap electricity.
Yeah, just for one wind turbine.
As a power plant owner.
Or as the owner of
Only
wind
one
turbine for the textile company. And in the process, we realized that in those days, it was very early days. This is 1995. People didn't know windmills. They used to call them windmills then. So we took that challenge and we said, let's start. And that's how really the first investment happened.
Nice. So it starts with a problem, energy problem.
That's correct.
And then you bought a wind turbine to supply electricity for the factory, and then gradually you thought that it could be also a good business to build.
Yes, we found that India has excellent wind resource, and it's a country which largely depends on imported fuel, very limited local fuel availability. And even the coal plants which we have, the local coal is of not that high significant calorific value. So, heavy dependence on import for fuels, also for the conventional energy. And we thought, why not look at leveraging what, God has given us in terms of the wind.
Yes.
And, each day that is passing by, we are losing it without capturing the wind. So, that's the reason we thought it was a tough bet, but we as a family, we are a family of engineers, and we said, let's work to solve this problem, and that's how we started the early journey and decided to get into manufacturing of wind turbines.
So jumping from 1995 to 2024, now what's the capacity of Suzlon turbines manufacturing capacity? I mean, every year, and how many megawatts have you built already?
So multiple ways you can look at this. One is purely in terms of turbine size and scale and growth of the technology. So when we started, our first turbine was 270 kilowatts. 270 kilowatt turbine. Then 350. Then we went to 1 megawatt. Then 1.25. And today our largest selling turbine is of 3x, as we call it. Variation of 3 megawatt turbines. In terms of the manufacturing capacity, today the organization has grown where it has a total potential capacity of manufacturing in excess of 3 gigawatts annually.
3 gigawatts annually.
And
wow.
The total installed wind turbines, we now have installations across 17 countries. And total installed capacity worldwide last year we just crossed 20 gigawatts.
20 gigawatt already.
Yes.
3 gigawatt every year means 1,000 turbines each of 3 megawatts, somehow
Yes,
like
if
this.
you take something like that. Yes.
Okay, 1,000 turbines. It means that every day 3 turbines.
That's correct.
So it's interesting.
Yes.
So, do you have some wishes for the future of wind energy?
If you see, traditionally the industry has developed largely in the northern hemisphere. I would love to have that global south picks up the pace, and we have very beautiful two advantages vis-a-vis the north. One is we have extremely fast growing economies. They are at a stage
Like
of
Brazil,
slowdown.
South America.
All of them,
you
if you
mean?
take most of the, whether you take Brazil, Africa,
Okay.
Middle East, Asia, everywhere, I mean, the growth rates which we have as economies, the northern hemisphere does not have that growth rate. And with this growth rate comes huge energy requirement. And we have an option that whatever new energy at least we install, if we can install renewable energy
From the beginning.
from the beginning itself, so it's a fantastic situation to have, that if you can adapt renewable energy, be it wind, be it solar, whatever works. I think both are very commercially viable products today in the world, and more importantly they are cheap, so they are not costly. So the
These
energy
days
that
are
you can
much
get
cheaper.
from them, when you compare to oil and gas or coal power, they can compete
Exactly.
them. So I think the south needs to make sure that at least whatever new energy source we install,
Start
at least
with
60
the
to
right decisions.
start with the right decision. So if we do that, I think the global south can really become an engine for growth of renewables. And second benefit that global south will have is that because of this big captive demand that the countries would have, it will develop its manufacturing capabilities to export. So it will bring a whole economic
Installation
development.
jobs, installation, maintenance, and somehow manufacturing.
Yes, and then exports also. So with this, basically you can grow the local economy, you can revitalize the economy and bring jobs and create manufacturing and all that. So I think it's a fantastic tool for stimulating economic development in not so fast developing countries which has large population and growth opportunities.
Yeah. So thank you very much for
Thank
your
you.
time. Wish very good things for Suzlon, also
you.
in the south hemisphere
Thank you.
of the earth.